Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pure English Practice. I'm Karen Taylor of the Color Vowel Chart. I'm here with learners and teachers of English. Let's see who's in the room. Teachers, raise your hand. Make a little signal. Yeah. Learners, raise your hand. Yeah. Raise your hand if you're a learner and a teacher of English, meaning you've been learning English and you're teaching it. Akio, fabulous. Yeah. Thank you, Oksana. We invite all teachers of English and all learners to this free class for the world. We're so happy to have you here. Over in the chat, I've asked a deep question, which is, what did you have for breakfast and where did you have it? So we have answers like coffee and a sandwich in Poland. I had a cup of tea in Ukraine. I love these sentences. I couldn't be happier with the outcome. I had toast and hummus with cheese in New Jersey. Let's visit that briefly with our main topic today, which is moving vowels. Moving vowels. So if we had toast with hummus and cheese in New Jersey, we had some toast. Toast. If you're new to color vowel, you don't know yet, but we'll be turning to the chart constantly to organize what we're listening to. What do we hear and how does it sound? Yeah. So let's listen to that word toast. 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 You can put that in your mouth. Toast, toast, toast. Yeah, what color is toast? And as I ask that question, I'm going to share with you a way to look closely at the color vowel chart so that you don't have to always wait for me to make my camera big. Okay, so here we go. If you go to colorvowel.com/interactive-chart, there's that link in the chat. You can open that to look closely at the chart. Okay. All right. So once again, toast, toast. Good. I see in the chat rose. Right. So we have a match here, and I will make my camera big for a minute. Toast. There we go. All right. So we have toast, toast. This is this rose sound, and you can hear and see a movement. Toast. Watch my mouth silently. Toast. Yeah, toast. So different from the O sounds of many other languages that remain one position. O, O. Raise your hand if you speak a language that has that kind of O, O, O. Yeah, Akio, what language is your first language? O.
Japanese.
Japanese. Can you perform or model the vowels of Japanese for us?
Sure. I, U, E, O.
There it is. Oh, everyone be Japanese for a minute. Say oh.
Oh,
Good. Now that we've felt oh, now try oh.
oh,
Oh. Yeah, there are two differences really, aren't there? Yeah. I hear time, and with it I hear a change, and I see a change, a movement. Oh, great. All right, what else? I see that somebody had rice for breakfast. Rice and natto in Japan again. Rice. What color is rice? Let's listen to it. Rice. Rai, yai, 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 yai. Yeah, there's this sound. I, yai, yai. Great, Oksana. I also hear white, Thai, rice. Now my hand can move, but what's really moving without a chart, without my hands, is my mouth. And yours too. Watch. I. I. It's a consistent, steady movement from I to a smile. I. And as I move my hand, all I'm doing is tracing the starting position. What color is ah? Ah. Ah, yeah. Olive, sock, I. Very good, Oksana, exactly. So we're moving from olive, all the way slowly around and up to green, E, green tea, E. So everyone can try that now. Try ah, I. Good. I. Many languages have a sound like this. It might be I or I, right? But it depends. Maybe you don't move as much, or maybe there's not as much time. So I had rice for breakfast. I had rice for breakfast. Everyone try that with a movement of your arm. I had rice. I had rice. Yeah, I love using the hand because it creates a physical sensation of time. There's that word again, I. So the time it takes to trace on the chart or to make a motion in front of you is the same time that we expect when we listen to these words with these vowel sounds. Great. What else did we have for breakfast? I'll choose one more here. Earl Grey. Haha, I love that tea, Wendy. Earl Grey. That's a kind of black tea. Earl Grey. Yeah, Earl Grey. What color is gray? Trick question. Trick question. Yeah, it's spelled differently sometimes because that's a British tea, but this is the American spelling. We have gray. Yeah, gray day. A. Another moving vowel. A. 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 Great. So we're moving, great, from just above red. A. All right. Well, let's warm up because I'm curious, who's new? Is anybody first time here in the room? Great, Sandrine and Jose. I encourage you to ask questions after the warm up, okay? Because everyone in the room is always interested in how new students experience a first class. So I hope you feel comfortable to do that in a few minutes, okay? But let's warm up with the chart. I'll go ahead and show it to you up close. Say what I say and do what I do. When my hand is here, it's me, but when my hand is going toward you, that's when you speak. Okay? So watch this. Here we go. E, you, E, green tea, E, I, silver pin, I. Good. A, gray day, A. Good. Eh, eh. Red pepper, eh. Good. Ah, ah. Black cat, ah. Ah, ah. Olive sock, ah. Good. Aw, aw. Auburn dog, aw. Oi, oi. Turquoise toy, oi. Or. Orange door, or. Uh, uh. Wooden hook, ooh, ooh. Blue moon, ooh. Ah, ah. A cup of mustard, yeah. Er, er. Purple shirt, ow, ow. Brown cow, ow. I. White tie, I. Good. These are the vowel sounds of English. Yeah. I would like to open up microphone for questions. And this is not just from Sandrine or from Jose. It's from anyone. A question, some kind of new thing you may have noticed or a new thought. And you can use the chat if you'd rather write it. That's fine. You could ask a why question, like why is it like this? Or a what question. What is that? And I'll show it to you again. You have the link, right? You're looking at it. This is like a map for us. So getting to know the map and knowing that everything on the map means something. That's an interesting idea. Okay. Keep those questions, keep aware of your questions, and you can ask them as we move forward. Okay, good. Wendy has one question. What does it mean to be a moving vowel? It's a great segue. Thank you for asking. All right. So last week, actually on Tuesday, just 2 days ago, we spent some time with non-moving vowels. And those are vowels that when we make them in the mouth, they involve zero movement. So I'll give you an example. What color is this shape? Any guess? You can copy it. You can just like a mirror and see what comes out of your mouth. And what is it close to? Right. Oksana, good. Black. Good. Another non-moving vowel. I'll show you one more. How about good. Mirelis, good. And Carlota, so red pepper, Great. Teachers, if you have your image cards, feel free to take them out. They're kind of fun to hold up. Another one. Here we go. Very good, Oksana. See? Okay, wooden hook, very nice. As you can see, these are vowels that you can take a picture of, right? They're like a photograph because I don't move. The moving vowels are different. They involve a visible or some kind of feeling that you can feel the movement of that vowel. So a really nice first example would be white tie I. Notice how you can see it as we showed earlier. So start again here at olive, and just move up to green. I. Yeah. The movement of that vowel is what makes it recognizable. Okay, we need that movement for us to understand the word, of course. So this is what we call a big mover. It starts very low, and it moves up very high, E, where the smile is almost closed, E. Your teeth are almost together. Okay, and we can go backward to understand how this is the jaw. So watch, this is my jaw here. Start at green, everybody, and come right down. E, ah. Good. These bottom vowels are where we start white and the other big mover. Okay, so this one is brown, cow, ow. And we can start here at olive for a moment. And now we're going to move back into the mouth to blue. Ow. Ow. Some of us, some English speakers start even further away from blue in black. Raise your hand if you think you use a black sound to start. Yeah, so can we hear that, Marta? Can you say something like a round house, round house?
Hi. So round house.
Good.
Black.
Now, good. Now, if you isolate, if you stop, if you don't move at the beginning, we might hear a black. Can you try that?
Black. Black.
Good.
Round house.
Good. Now, when you say roundhouse, round.
Round. Round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we
Brown.
stop it before we move, we can really hear the black. Round.
Round.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So
Round.
having a black, good. Having that black non-mover, right? That black position is the key to having a nice, clear, round, brown sound. You can start either place. Okay, everybody? So let's try a little bit of practice with white and brown, right? We might say why, how, why, how. Good question words, right? Why, try this again. Why, and brown. Again, why, how, why, and how. Now, how, how, and how. Good. So we have that big moving motion from the bottom up to the high positions, the E-U. That's the green and the blue. Okay. If I didn't mention it before, I think I didn't identify that ending place is blue. So everyone make a little blue position. Ooh, 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 ooh. Great. When you make your brown, ow, you're back in blue at the end. Okay, great. We have that first set of movers, low, I, and ow. We have a second set. We're going to move up the mouth from up into the mid jaw. This is where your mouth is somewhat open and somewhat closed, okay? And that's right here in the center, that mid line. So we're going to start up here at the next mover, which is gray. And that's going to start just above red, If you haven't noticed yet, we're always referring to a non-moving sound to then start a moving vowel. So here's red. And I'd like you to move up to, again, a green smile. Ready? A, 4 times. A. Beautiful. So now we have I, A, white, gray. Again, I, A, white, gray. Now we have it in our minds that we have I, A. Can we think of a phrase that has I, A in it, or a word? Something like hi, hey, but maybe better than that. Let's think of a white, gray phrase. This part is where you use your own vocabulary and think, what do I say that's white and gray? Why today? Beautiful, Kelly. We're going to use it right now. Okay. Why do you stay? Yeah, why do you stay here? Why today? So let's meet today. Well, why today? I like that. Okay, so here we are. We're going to do a little bit of a chant. This is pure practice. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Why? Ooh, hold on. Why stay? Why stay? Why stay today? Why stay today? Why stay? Why stay? Why stay today? Why stay today? Great. Why stay? Why stay? Why stay today? Why stay today? Now try. Why did you stay? Why did you stay? Why did you stay today? Why did you stay today? Again, why did you stay? Why did you stay? Why did you stay today? Why did you stay today? A little slower. Why did you stay? Why did you stay? Why did you stay today? Why did you stay today? And stop. Whew. I'd like to hear a few people with that sentence, that question. Why did you stay today? Why did you stay today? Why did you stay today? I'd love some volunteers, please. You can raise a hand if you're interested. I'd love your today. Let's use electronic hands. That will be a fun way to do it. Okay, Sandrine, would you like to try that? Why did you stay today?
Okay. Why did you stay today?
Great.
Why did you?
Yeah, let's do it 3 times.
Okay. Why did you stay today? Why did you stay today? Why did you stay today?
Great. I hear so many good things happening. I hear the vowel sound. I hear the time. Okay. And I also hear the tone of a question. These why questions will have an ending that goes down. Why did you stay today? That was nice. Thank you for that. Okay. Mirelis, you want to try that? Why did you stay today?
Hello.
Hi.
Why did you stay today?
Good. Now, Mirelis, would you go ahead and use a gesture? That will give us the
Okay,
time. Okay.
okay. Why did you stay today?
Beautiful. 2 more times.
Why did you stay today?
Yeah,
Why did you stay today?
beautiful. That timing, especially on the last word, is important. It's what allows the listener to receive the information. So today is that last word. I'm going to have you do it once more. Watch. Why did you stay today?
Why did you stay today?
Yeah, that today, that last word is going to get the most time. That's kind of a little secret, right? Is that we spend the most time toward the end of a sentence. Beautiful. I can't find the electronic hand. Okay, Mira, you get to raise your regular hand. Thank you for that, Mirelis. So that's our third volunteer. Mira, why did you stay today?
Why did you stay today?
Beautiful. Two more times.
Why did you stay today? Why did you stay today?
Beautiful. I hear all those moving sounds. It's very clear. I'm tempted just to answer you because it went straight into my meaning mind, right? Instead of listening to pronunciation. Sounds like
Thank
English to
you.
me. Beautiful. All right. So we have those big movers. Now we're moving from why and stay. Let's go to the other side of the chart. We have how. Now, if we talk about this middle place and we go right across, we end up in rows. Let's listen to brown, ow, and then rose, oh, ow, oh, ow, oh. Now, I recommend you take your hand and you can hover. If I make my camera big, you can do this right on my chart, right? Put your hand right here, and I can even do it on my screen. Any action of movement is good for the brain to distract your first language brain. So your native language is trying to control your accent and your awareness. So we're moving in order to stop that control from first language, right? We're creating a new kind of awareness. So taking your hand here and saying, ow, oh, ow, oh, good. Ow, two more, oh, and ow, oh, there's oh, good. And sometimes you'll see my hand basically down here by olive or black because either one is perfectly useful. Okay, it can either be ow or ow. I find teaching with black as the beginning, it makes it extra clear. How? Okay, great. Can we think of a phrase with ow, oh, ow, oh? Give me a phrase in the chat or a word. Ow, oh, ow, oh. Teachers, I like this exercise because it has the learner and you search your working vocabulary for words and phrases by sound. How old is it? Good. I like that, Mira. I'd like another one. How old is it? Now go. Good, Dorley. How old is it? Now go. All right, we're going to make a chant with those two. Ah, why now? That will be exactly, that will be perfect for our next chant. We're going to combine white and brown. Beautiful. How old? I want us to feel the relationship between ow and o. Notice they both end up here in blue, right? So we can feel ow, wow, wow, wow. Try that for a minute before we start our chant. Ow, wow, wow, wow. Do you feel the W sound that's right here at the top of my chart? Yeah, so we're going to go to that position, and sometimes we'll even create a W sound, like how old, right? How old, how old, how old. Old starts here at rose. Oh, 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 oh. There's that O sound that Akio was modeling for us earlier. So this is what's so interesting is that we have a kind of a Japanese or a Spanish O right here that must move in order to be English. Oh, oh. Now let's try looping it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Good. You should hear a word like whoa when somebody's surprised. Whoa, right? And this one is also surprised. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so I'm borrowing the W up here as the next loop, right? Ow, wow, wow. So wow is like, wow, this is so surprising. And whoa is used when you want to sort of slow someone down or you want to stop somebody. Whoa, slow down. And we now have our next phrase, slow down. But let's try this one. How old is it? That was a really nice one, Mira. Okay, so we have how old, right? How old, how old, try that. How old, good. How old are you? How old are you? How old, how old, do it again. How old, how old, how old, how old, how old are you? How old are you? How old, how old. Great. Let's have some volunteers. I'd love to hear that chant. Before I have you volunteer, I'll show you how that chant looks. Okay, and this is just a little pattern that I use with learners and teachers. Okay, it's like this. So we have how old? Let's see, how do I do this? How old? How old? How old? How old are you? How old are you? There we go. How old? How old? Ha. So the stars are an empty space. Okay, I'm going to show this to you because I use it a lot in pure practice. So watch again. How old to? How old? Nothing. How old? How old? How old are you? How old are you? How old? How old? Okay. I hope this helps. These are beats and repetitions. So this third line is kind of special. I'll leave this here for a moment to see if it helps us. Otherwise, you can do it just from memory, okay? But I'd love a volunteer for our first go. And I'm watching. I see hands, and I'd love to see. Okay. Okay, Mirelis, you are an adventurer. You're going to try it, right? So we have how old? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, here you go.
How old? How old? How old are you? How old are you?
Good.
How old? How old? How old are you? How old are you?
Beautiful. We don't even need that anymore. You've got the pattern. You've got a good enough working pattern. You're going back and forth, and I heard so much movement again. How old are you? You are now basically just performing a beautiful question. How old are you? And then you'd say, well, I'd rather not answer. How old are you? Okay. All right. So we always have those questions come up, and you're like, and I don't have an answer for you, or I can tell you. Beautiful. And notice we'll play with that. So we'll come back to that. Okay. I'd like another volunteer on that. How old? Okay. Mira, I see you. I just want to make sure that there isn't anyone else who wants to give it a try. Okay. All right, Mira, you go.
How old? How old are you? How old? How old are you?
Great.
How old?
Mhm.
How old are you? How old? How old are you?
Great. I'll tell you, everyone, if you think, well, wait a minute, what is he really doing? He is connecting. He's using a kind of connected speech strategy by saying, how old, instead of how old. How
Uh,
we're back. Okay, did I freeze?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm back. Now I'm really back. Can you see me and hear me now? All right, great. So notice that nobody in the room has said, how old? How old? And that's a common mistake, is breaking the stream or the
How
river
old?
of speech.
How
So we're
old?
connecting. How old? Okay.
How
I'd love to
old?
hear just a few people with the question, and I'm going to answer you. So I'm going to come back to Oksana. Would you ask me, how old are you? And I'll answer you.
How old are you?
Oh, connect
How
it. Be sure
old
to
are
connect.
you?
How old are you? Go ahead.
How old are you?
How old are you?
How old?
Oh, thank you. I'd rather not answer. How old are you?
How old are
I
you?
would rather not say, how old are you?
There we go. Now we can just go back and forth. When we say, how old are you? That's the
How
first
old are
question. Then you
you?
say, I don't know. How old are you?
How
When we
old are
move,
you?
we're throwing the question back to the other person. Beautiful. More practice. I'm going to call on a few people. Frank, hello. Because I also know that some people don't volunteer, but they're willing, right, Frank? Are you willing?
Yeah.
All right. Try for this for a moment. Just how old?
How old?
Good.
How
How old? How
how
old
old?
are you?
Good. How old are you? Great. I hear a very close connection. It doesn't sound too much like a break. It's not quite as connected as how old, but it's very good, right? How old? How old? Yeah. How old are you? Great. Just ask me the question one time now. How old are you?
Oh, it is a secret.
Yeah. Just how
Uh,
old are you?
okay. How old are you?
Oh, I'm not going to tell, but how old are you?
I'm not going to tell.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm not going to tell.
Exactly. Very good. I want everyone to be ready to say no to a question. You know, people ask the strangest things. Very good. Let's see. So we've now gone from I and A and O, ow and O, right? We now might do something fun. And thank you for those fun ideas in the chat, by the way. Um, Beautiful. Yeah, I see lots of good ideas there. Okay. But we do have that why now. Let's come back to the big movers, and then we can address the high movers in a moment. Okay. So big movers, here we go. Why now? Why now? Good. If you wonder again, what is all of this movement with my hand? We have a big swing from I yow, I yow. So we have basically your mouth is should feel like it's swinging on a swing, right? Why now? Try that. Why now? Let's do it. Why now? Why now? Why now? Let's do it. Why now? And stop. Great. So let's do it. Let's talk about these final two movers. We have the big movers that start from the bottom. We have the middle movers that start right about in the middle section of our jaw. A and O. And now we're up here. So I'd like to start at blue. And I think most of our languages in this room have a blue like sound. Ooh, something like that. Ooh. Raise your hand if your first language has an ooh sound in it. Ooh. Like Spanish has it. Tatiana, you have it, mate. Okay, good. Um, Everybody does. I think most languages have an ooh sound. Okay, but English has a special blue sound. And that sound I'm going to show again with me a little larger. We've got something like, let's see if you can hear. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on one second. Can you hear the phone ringing or no? Yes? I need to make it go away. And I don't know where it is. So we'll just wait for this to, there it is. There we go. Ha. Many spam callers all day long. Okay, here we are. So we have a special blue sound, and what we do is we start here at Let's start just right about here. Ooh, ooh. Watch my lips.
Ooh.
So if you have a language that has ooh, then it's difficult to move further because you're actually right up here near the corner. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But English needs to start a little more sort of toward mustard so you have some space for movement. Ooh. So everyone try that. Ooh, woo, 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 woo. Great again. Ooh, woo, 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 woo. You still end up here, just like oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Great. And ow, wow, 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 wow. You feel those three, the small, the medium, and the large. Okay. I'd love a phrase that is blue, rose, brown. Ooh, whoa, wow. Preferably high, mid, low in that order. Who, you, something like that. Start thinking, teachers. I think I put you on the spot. Ooh, whoa, wow. Okay. Question, Sophia. So how blue ends with the W sound? Great. So with this sound, we need to close the lips. That's how we make the blue sound in English. And that is the beginning of w, w. So if you want to, everybody, you can think of, again, the chart fits this space in my mouth. And the moment you come above green, purple, blue, this is the roof of your mouth. And this is also where the consonants start to happen. Okay, so over in front of the chart, you've got your lips. Here are my lips. And you can make that blue sound, ooh, 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 ooh. But now the lips are in front and they say w, w, w. Okay, and I'm going to show that here. W, 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 w. So that special movement that I'm teaching you today is a vowel sound, ooh, ooh, and we connect it to the next word, like who are you? Who are you? Or who is it? Who is it? That next sound is over here. Who is it? Who are you? But the connection between the two words is a W consonant. Who, who, okay? That help a little bit? Is that good? Yeah? A little bit? Yeah. It's a new idea, so it takes a little bit of time to realize what we're really saying here. I'll give you an example. School.
You've frozen again, Karen, if you can hear me.
Give myself a better connection. Let's see, hotspot. It's okay. Let's see what we can do, everybody. Can you see me and hear me now? Okay.
But now you're gone again.
Okay, I'm coming
And now you're
back.
back.
Okay, great. All right, I switched my internet for a better connection, so sorry about that. All right, and so if you listen to the word school, I'll do it without movement and with movement. Is more English sounding. And when you sound more like English, the listener can relax more and listen to your message more. Here I go. School, 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 no movement. School, 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 school. Can you hear the difference? Yeah, we can hear the difference. English speakers can understand school, but when you're able to make that movement, you're one step closer to being inside of your listener's mind. That's how I can think of it. Okay. You sound more like the way they listen. So let's try that ooh, 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 ooh. Good. Now school, school, ooh, ooh, ooh. You, not you, you. Try you, you. Good. Great. Does that help? Are we all a little more clear on the movement? Great. We have some sentences in the chat. Do you go out? Oh, that's beautiful. Who chose a mouse? You know how. Wow, that's really memorable. I think that the mouse is really memorable too, though. Who chose a mouse? For fun, because we like joy, let's pick that one for now. Let's do the sentence practice with who chose a mouse? Who chose a mouse? Who chose a mouse? Again, who chose a mouse? Who chose a mouse? Who chose a mouse? And then, who chose a mouse? Who chose a mouse? Who chose a mouse? Great. I'd love to hear that sentence from the author. First, that's Mirelis, the author. Who chose the mouse? Twice. Go.
Who chose a mouse? Who chose a mouse?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Who chose a mouse? That's the answer.
Okay.
Beautiful. I hear all
Okay.
the movement. Yeah, that was lovely. Who else would like to try this? Somebody who hasn't spoken today. Maybe Sophia, I'd love to hear your voice.
Karen, yes, thank you very much. I want to ask one thing before we go. Previous question about blue. So, O sound it's connected together, and that's why it gave a W, so V sound.
I think I hear some of the question in your mind. That W sound in English is different than the W sound in your first language, I think. What is your
Uh-huh.
first language?
I have a two first language, Armenian and Russian.
Okay. I'm hearing a sound that's a little bit like for our V, our velvet glove sound V. Our
V,
W is
V,
yeah, it's no
O, W,
teeth.
ah,
Ooh, W,
U, W. Ah,
W.
okay, it's not a
Yeah,
V, it's a W, should be. Yes, blue, W
exactly.
sound. Okay.
Yeah. That was very helpful. Teachers, do you recognize, like by listening to her, we were able to figure out the real question? The question seemed simple
Mm.
until we heard Sophia's V, and now we know it's
Ah,
really
now
a
I
difference.
understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, me too. Thank you for that. So now, for you, since you had that question, let's pick something a little different. Try this one. Go out.
Go
Go
out.
out. Good. Do you hear the
Go
W in
out.
there? Go out. Sorry, go out.
Out.
Good. Yeah. So now we have, do you go out?
Do you
Sophia,
go out?
twice. Listen to me again, everybody.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Do you go out?
Good. And so, we don't have to connect
Uh,
everything all the time, everybody. You can say, do you go out?
do you go out?
Very good. Very good. I hear lots of movement. I hear time and I hear expression. So there you are. Beautiful. Um, we now have two of our three sentences. Oksana, you're the author.
Mm,
Do you go out? Can I hear you?
mm.
Oksana,
Yes, yes.
do you go out?
Do you go out?
Beautiful.
Do you
Beautiful.
go out?
Good. Yes, I go out. I go out on, you know.
I couldn't hear you. You got frozen again.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe that's our sign. We've now done all of our movers. Can everybody hear me? Is that a yes? Okay. Our last mover is green, and it's kind of the most interesting one. Okay. So for green, I want you to listen. I'm going to cover my mouth. Here we go. Here's my green card. I will cover my mouth. Listen to these. E. Can you see how I can move my smile, but you hear the same sound? E. Okay. I want you to know today that smiling is not the pathway to green. It's not about smiling enough. We smile because it comes with the territory, E. But if you want a really good green sound, there's a movement that is not in smiling more. E. It's down here. So everyone touch your throat, just under the bone, under your jaw, right here. And if you watch me closely, you'll see this muscle moving, and it's your tongue. It's your tongue. E, 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 E. Now I could do this, E, but what's really moving is this muscle, E, E, E. Okay. So if you have been concerned about the difference between green and silver, like sheep and ship, and I see Mirelis, you're nodding. Okay. Everyone can show me, yes, I care about green and silver. The big difference is now from Tuesday's class that we had and today's class. Silver is no movement. You can feel a vibration, but no movement. Ship, ship. And here we have this flexing movement. Sheep, sheep, sheep. Okay. That's how they're different, is one moves in the tongue down below, and the other one does not move. And with this idea of connecting with our why, I have a phrase for you. I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. Right? Yit, yit, yit. I see it. I see it. Okay? I say it. I say it. I say it. I say it. Good. I see it. I see it. I see ye. I see it. Beautiful. Try that. Ye. Put your hand under your jaw again. Ye. If you're having difficulty feeling the movement, try under your jaw here. Ye. And if you don't feel a movement, you need to come up and find that y consonant. That's what we're bouncing up against. Just like ooh, woo, woo, ye. Okay? All right. I'd love some practice with I see it. I see it. And I want to hear that y in I see it. Sandrine, can I hear you?
So I see it. I
Good.
see it. I
Good.
see it.
Okay, wait one moment. I'm not hearing enough movement into silver. I'm hearing I seat almost like it. So I want to hear another syllable. I see it. I
I
see it.
see it. I see it.
Good. Now try yit.
Yet, yet, yet,
I
yet.
see it.
I see it. I
There,
see
that's it.
it.
Yeah, that's
Thank
great.
you.
So it's a very tiny movement. You need that muscle flex in connecting your Y, see it. Okay. For fun, try I say it.
I say it. I
Yes.
say it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
I see it. I say it. I do
Thank
it.
you.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. How about turquoise toy? Thank you. So I wanted to move through the big movers at the bottom, white, I, ow. We moved through the middle movers, A, O, okay? And then we moved through the high movers, oo, E. There are two more movers, and they are in an interesting part of the chart. They're right here. Okay, so we see three colors. They are smaller in height. I'm going to spotlight again. Okay, notice these three. They look different than the rest of the chart. They're smaller. They look like a little group with O, that same Japanese or Spanish O that we explored earlier. O, 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 O. But watch. One moves to W, O. One moves to R, which is right here, listen, or, and one moves to the Y, oi. I'm going to trace those again. Put your hand where my hand is, your finger, and you can trace right on your screen and start with that o, or, oi. Three different sounds, same starting position, three different destinations. One more time. Or, sorry. Oh, or, oi. Notice you can hear blue, purple, and green at the ends of these sounds, right? Mireles, you say it? Okay, so we have oh, ooh, blue moon, ooh. Have this sound moves to purple. Can you still hear me? Internet. Okay. Or, we should hear purple. And we can even make a loop. Or, roar, roar, roar. It's kind of a fun one. And then oi. This is my favorite sound, and it's the rarest sound in English. Oi, yoy, yoy, yoy. Okay, that's a big mover. It's not common, but we do have it in English. Okay, so if you're worried about this sound, know that we don't have a lot of words that are turquoise, but some fun ones like noise and joy, right? Good. All right, we have some questions as we're rounding up. I'm going to stop my spotlight so I can see you. Beautiful. Um, that was a brief but pretty decent introduction to moving vowels. I'd love to know what is on your mind, like what's a takeaway or a big idea for you that you want to think about some more, or a question, but I'd love some takeaways now. This is our sort of summary as we finish class today. What was interesting to you? And you may open your microphone.
For example, for me was interesting, Kieran, these three tips, not just about pronunciation, but how do this connected speech, because a lot of people want to know. And for me, it's still like, you know, like a mess because there are a lot of sounds, movement, and I started to understand. I think it's really good, your color and vowel chart. I still don't understand well, but definitely I will research more because I think this is very useful and unique. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you. It is. It's useful, and the beauty is in using it. You know, we can research and we can learn about, but it's classes and doing the work that we feel it in our mouth that is especially powerful. Those connecting sounds are right here at the top. Our three main connectors are Y, R, and W between vowels. Okay. We have, of course, other connected speech that we explore with consonants. Okay. Beautiful. Other big ideas or takeaways. And teachers, you're welcome to share a new insight. Yeah, Marta.
My new discovery, perhaps, well, I am aware of blue being, of oo being a mover, a moving sound, but I felt it anew today. How much movement there actually is. And the example was school versus school, school. Ooh, it's not easy to feel
Right.
for my students either. So I appreciate it. And those, of course, those short, super short phrases. I see it, I say it. Lovely. There's so much in a short phrase such as that.
That's right. Yeah, especially adding it to anything. Do it, show it.
Yeah.
I don't have a brown one in my mind right now. Ow it, wow it. Okay. But teachers, you can hear a chant, a phrase-based chant warm up out of this, right? With it. Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, and school is a nice word because of that L. So school, now we have to find the L, and the movement makes us notice the W, and the W makes us notice the movement in blue. School, right?
School.
It's almost like a two-syllable word. School, school. Now we can really hear the difference.
School.
Yeah, beautiful. Hi, Oksana.
Yeah, just want to share my surprise. It's little, but I just today noticed difference how the simple questions, how old can sound differently. How old and how old. To me, it was just an aha moment.
Uh-huh.
This
So in other words,
wow between how old.
good.
Because
So in
usually
other
we
words,
say
I think you
how
were coming.
old, yeah, but that's why make a huge difference. How old, how old, how old.
Yeah.
Kind of, I again hear something new when I hear it to you.
Right. I think what I'm hearing when you do it is the difference between how wold and
Uh-huh,
how walled.
uh-huh.
Before it, maybe it was olive before, which is non-moving, how walled, and that's a little far from the meaning for us. So
Yes,
wold, wold,
probably.
wold.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I have some problem with the olive sac. I tend to say, because I'm Ukrainian, I tend to say o, like more like o, not ah. So probably how old, old. Yeah,
That's right. Beautiful.
to me it was great
Akio,
practice. I
thank
heard
you.
something new.
Thank you for that. Akio made a remark here. Thinking of words for those phrases was challenging. Anyone who's, I mean, for a learner or a teacher, this is a wonderful exercise. Teachers, when you go to level 2 training, that rhythm and chants course will help you practice this skill some more, is creating little practice chants out of everyday language. Okay, that's coming your way. Learners, I wanted to highlight something and then I'll invite Sandrine and others to share their final thoughts. We do have Pure English, sorry, Speak Confidently starting soon. It starts in August. Okay. This is an intense course. I will be really clear about that. Oksana, you can elaborate on that in the chat. It's an intense course. It takes a lot of your attention for 4 weeks, but you are surrounded by coaching love throughout those 4 weeks. We work closely with you. We have a team of trainers who give you feedback on your spontaneous speech. Okay, now by spontaneous, I mean we're not reading from a text, we're not practicing someone else's sentences. You are telling your own stories, and we give you feedback on your spontaneous spoken story. We practice through the week, and you re-deliver your story at the end of the week. We work together through live sessions and in WhatsApp, as well as in a video program called Spontaneous. This is a great course, okay? It will be on Tuesdays in August and September, as you see here. This is Eastern time. You can look in our interactive calendar for more information about your time zone. Be sure you can attend all if you want to enroll. We have an early bird price right now, and in 29 days, that price will go to its normal price. We limit that course to 10 people. Okay, and each person has their own coach. So give that some consideration. I'm going to post the link right now in the chat. You can find, I'm just going to find my chat. Good. I'd love to hear from Sandrine. That was my little mention about, uh-oh, we're frozen. Would you like to say something?
Yes. First of all, Karen, thanks for this masterclass. For me, of course, it's my first participation, so I receive a lot of information, and I need to, yes, to learn more about that. But what I keep with me, it's this movement with white and brown. So I keep this in my mind. So I thank you for all you are sharing today. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I love hearing from you with your new perspective. It's a model for teachers to know that we can invite someone into the deep end of the pool, but we give you something to hold on to in that pool. So, you still have your head above water, right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Mirelis?
Okay, well, I have a question about the vowel sounds in the words. I forgot the words. Sorry, let me look for it. Orange door and purple shirt. I see a little R on the top. And well, this is the second time that I attend this class. Well, I'm fascinated about the method because I am a singer and music, melody, intonation, rhythm is very important for me as a performer, as a singer. And it is like I have found my tribe because this is the combination of my two passions, teaching English and singing music. So I'm very interested in being part of these classes as much as I can. And in the future, I would like to participate in one of the courses. But well, right now I have these questions about the vowel sounds of these two vowels. The R.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of the R? I mean, every time I'm going to produce these vowel sounds, it is going to be before an R sound, for example.
So I think the big surprise and I think I'm going to go 3 more minutes and then we're going to actually wrap up. But the short answer is, I think the surprise is realizing that purple, is a vowel sound. This is a surprise for English teachers, English speakers, and all the learners, because we've been conditioned to believe that R is a consonant, right? The letter R appears as a consonant, and in most languages, it is a touching sound. Or if you're a French speaker, right? Or some other R, maybe a retroflex, okay? Those are all touching sounds that touch the roof of the mouth. But English has an R that does not touch, especially North American. And it involves a tongue position, but not a touch.
Yes.
That's the short answer, because it's not an easy sound for everybody, but it is a sound that is a vowel. And you can test it with a word like bird, right? Bird. How many sounds are in bird, everybody? How many different sounds? B, d. There's a vowel sound, like bird, shirt.
First.
So
in
that's
words
a
like
sound.
first, for example, first.
Exactly. Yeah. And so orange with that little R is a sound that begins with that O position, O, and it moves. That R tells you it moves to purple. Or. Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Okay, that's the short
thank you very
answer.
much.
Okay, beautiful. Everybody, it's always a pleasure. You know, this class is always slated to be 45 minutes and it always goes long. I do love talking with you. Our courses, teachers, raise your hand if you are a person who has always come back for more. You come back for more. Yeah. Wendy, you know, these are our teachers. They see something and they come back for more because I come back for more for almost 30 years now. I come back for more because the mouth is fascinating. It's a universe. So welcome to our tribe. Welcome to our universe. Come back for more. I hope to see some of you and speak confidently, and we'll be seeing you very soon. Mirelis, pleasure. Okay, Sophia, thank you for participating. Everybody, good to hear you and see you. Be well. Bye-bye.
You
This
too.
will be
Thank you,
posted
Karen.
in Pure English
Thank you,
Practice.
Thank
Karen.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Tom.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Mira. Bye-bye.
Bye.